Welcome to EyeGotThyme podcast. This is season 2, episode 2. I am your host, Mrs. Honeybee of the motherfucking highest. Girl, we're about to get right into it because today it is only 4:46 p.m. I live in Miami now and I'm on the East Coast of the United States of America. And I am already done with today, bitch. Okay. Whew, let's talk about it. So today I decided that I would release worry. What came to me was, why would I be worried about anything in this reality? In my mind, it was like, it doesn't make any sense for me to be worried about anything when this reality is created by me. I was like, everything in this reality, I don't have no authority that is outside of me that I listen to. So that means everything in this reality is me, it's mine, it's Honeybee. So why would I be worried? And I had a dream last night too. And in the dream that I had, I was in water and there was my workstation underneath the water too. And I had a tail, but then there came a moment where I was getting ready to come up for air. And when I was coming up for air, I saw a shark, but the shark had already food in its mouth that it was holding and it was looking at me. And I was looking at the shark, but then I disappeared into this cloud of chum. And then I ascended out of the water, got on the boardwalk, the little shore. And then the shark jumped out of the water like Shamu, but with the food in its mouth still. And then at first I thought, well, maybe it was trying to get me. And then I said, no, it had food in its mouth and it kept it in its mouth. I was like, and then it looked like there was chum in the water. I said, what if I cut up the chum and put the chum in the water? And that was to call forth the shark, to give the shark food, because the shark is actually my friend, which is why it was looking at me, which is why it never let go of the food and it never attacked me. So I actually have no reason to be afraid of sharks. That used to be one of my biggest fears, my biggest worries. And that's where all of this started to stem from. Mind you, there were kids playing on the boardwalk, the little wooden planks where we were entering the water. And there was people who were cliff jumping into the water prior to me getting in it. So I was like, I'm safe in these waters. I'm safe with this shark. I'm safe in the ocean. I'm a seawater baby. I've always thought that I was sweet water, but there's really nothing sweet about me at the core. I have learned how to exercise my sweetness to get what I want out of life, because I realized very early on that the sweetness was going to help me out, only because I was around wolves growing up. And so to be ferocious meant that I had to be the most ferocious, because I was around ferociousness elite. And so I couldn't just buck up at that age and win. So I had to win another way, which was be sweet, be what they weren't. And so I was able to exude sweetness in a way that my peers weren't. My peers were able to deliver acid, bitch. But me, when I delivered acid, it wasn't as strong. I didn't have their skill set yet. I didn't have their strength yet. So I had to build those things. So I said, fuck it, let me turn to what I do have. And I said, bitch, I'll use sweetness. Bitch, I'm cute. And honestly, it worked out for me. So when it all boils down to it, I really feel like I did a favor for myself learning how to be so sweet. But again, bitch, at the core, I'm acidic, girl. I have, like I said this before, and I told you guys, I'm going to tell you guys this over and over, because I really love this about me, and I'm learning to appreciate it about me too. In this moment, I choose to appreciate it actively. I have 5 Capricorn placements in my 12th house: Sun, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and True North. Then I'm also a Capricorn Sun, Mercury in Sagittarius. I said this earlier today on a TikTok post that I also posted on Instagram and YouTube. I am meant to be the Earth's next coming. I'm meant to be the Earth's shadow, the collective conscious shadow. I am meant to be the devil incarnate, casting judgment on all of you bitches who think that you can run and hide from your transgressions, bitch. And no, the earth whispers all of your secrets to me and tells me the truth and what's going on. And I'm gonna make you face all of the shit you think you can hide from, bitch. I'm unlocking all the motherfucking doors, okay? And I'm pushing the shit out the motherfucking closet, bitch, from the back. And so when it all boils down to the boil down, today has been so intense because I chose to let go of worry. I said, why am I acting worried or feeling worried or being worried, bitch? It was really more so acting worried, because I knew I wasn't worried, but I was performing worry because I was accustomed to feeling worry because of the reality that I was living in, where my authority was being undermined by the external authority figures that I have placed above myself. Now, I was feeling major abandonment wounds, and I thought that it was because my father had left me so many times. My mother felt like she had left me so many times, although she stuck around longer than my father did. The thing is that when your parents leave you, or your guardians, or somebody leaves you when you're younger and you are by yourself, essentially, meaning just with your own body, you end up feeling abandonment because yourself doesn't believe yet that you are enough to care for yourself. You don't remember yourself. You already come onto the planet self-abandoned. You don't remember that you're you, and that everything here is a reflection of you, and that you're ultimately going to have to be there for you, take care of you, and be your own savior, support, provider, and everything the fuck else. Okay, you have help, sure, but you're the one to do it. You're the one to receive it. You're the one to make sure that it's happening and it's actively occurring in your reality, in your physical world. And so as a kid, I was left so often alone, especially because I was so highly inclined. I was highly intuitive. I was highly intelligent. Let's just say that I was really her. So I completely understand why it is that I was often left to my own vice. I was left to my own accord. I was left to do it on my own. I totally get it. And honestly, knowing who I am today, I would have probably did the same motherfucking thing, especially if I was as young as my parents were, and if I was who my people were that raised me. Like, I totally get it. They were also often left to do things themselves also. And so I have them in me, I'm capable. It's just that I didn't like it. But just because I didn't like it doesn't mean that it wasn't valuable. And so today, with me deciding to release worry and pick up joy, pick up love, pick up kindness, pick up care, pick up peace, pick up just passion, pick up so much calm. Calm was the major one. I had all of this shit purging out of me, bitch. So honestly, it's 4:57 p.m. right now. When I tell you I started this shit maybe at like 11 o'clock in the morning, maybe even at 10 something. I feel like it's more so 11. Baby, I have been at this for hours, transmuting and purging this energy. I have showered. I have moisturized my body 19 times. I have laid down. I have done Reiki. I have shaken. I have cursed. I have sworn, bitch. I have roared. I have growled. I have screamed. I have shouted. I have itched. I have done it all. When it all boils down to the boil down, as y'all already know, this episode is a cauldron, and we are boiling what needs to be boiled to create the potion and elixir for the healing that is occurring right now. I have done what needed to be done for myself, to release, to purge, to come out of the past, and I am telling the truth. It was hard, man. It was hard. And right now it's even still hard because as I'm recording this episode, there are elements of this episode that I have to delete and cut out because I'm being sarcastic, or because I'm exaggerating and using hyperbole, and I'm telling jokes and shit. And my spirit's like, no, this isn't funny. Like, there are actual jokes that you could tell, sure, but on some real shit, like, just speak the honest truth and understand that you don't have to exaggerate the truth in order for it to now be a lie, in order for yourself to gain laughs. That's unnecessary. Like, just be funny, telling the truth. That's enough. The truth is enough. The truth will set you free. So stop telling lies. It's not necessary. Even if it's exaggerated, bitch, it's a motherfucking lie. The truth, the real story, what actually happened is funny. When you look at it that way, it may not be funny in the experience, but bitch, it's funny now. Because you're like, damn, girl, I was really going through it. So there was a moment while I was going through it where I had to do the shadow work, which is getting out the repressed and neglected and suppressed versions of myself to communicate, to say what they wanted to say. If you want to know what was said, you could check out the videos. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram. It's on TikTok. I'll also tag it in the description box so that way you can see what was said. But myself had to purge out these truths that were in my spirit. And a part of me at one point has said, I know you don't mean it. And then I said, no, bitch, fuck you. I do mean this shit, because the shit was fucking ridiculous. Why would you at 19 years old, 21 years old, have children, and you know damn well you're broke, poor, and can't take care of yourself nor another motherfucking child. I don't care which way you motherfucking spin it. This shit is stupid. By that point, you already know if you open up your legs or if you go ahead and put your penis in somebody else without a wrapper on it, there's a high chance you're going to have a motherfucking baby. That vagina has a womb. It is going to birth people. It's a portal for people. Don't be ignorant. Don't be stupid. Don't be daft. Don't make it seem like you don't know what the fuck goes on if you fuck a motherfucking pussy and you got cum that's coming out of your penis. It's ridiculous. Come on. Like, let's not be ridiculous here. And you know when you broke, bitch. You know when you're poor. You know when you ain't got no money. You know when you personally don't got no money, you ain't got no car, you ain't got no house, you ain't got nothing set up for you to take care of yourself and another person. Especially if your relationship is already on the rocks or ain't really a relationship at all. Because it's a mess. Sometimes it's a situationship. Sometimes y'all just fucking just to be fucking. Just because you want to distract yourself from what's going on in your life. And then you bring a whole person into the reality. And then you want to call them names when they're teenagers. And then want to make it seem like it's their fault they turned out to be such rebels. But it's like, bitch, are y'all serious? Y'all were fucking having kids knowing damn well you couldn't take care of them and you thought all they needed was love? And that was going to be enough, that they were going to be able to just grow up fine and dandy as long as you love them, but you weren't really around to even give them the love you said that they needed. So the love that you've known is just really, I make sure you have a roof over your head and food in your mouth and clothes on your back. Bitch, that's not even the fucking bare minimum. There was no compassion involved. There was no soft, gentle nurturing that was involved. The soul wasn't nourished. You didn't even have the ability to accept the motherfucking soul of the being as it is. You wanted to force it to be a boy when it wasn't even that way. You wanted to force it to speak, talk, and act in a certain way to please you. Y'all weren't even receiving and accepting of the authenticity of the divinity of the individual. The fuck are you talking about? Love was gonna be enough. You don't even love yourself unconditionally. So bitch, no, you didn't want to look bad having a motherfucking abortion, and so you didn't have one. That's what happened. You didn't want to look bad, so you had the baby any motherfucking way. This shit is crazy. When it all boils down to the boil down, this is a cauldron that's hot, baby. And we're going to tell the truth and we're going to tell it like it is. There's a lot of parents out there who are having children and they're only having these goddamn kids because they don't want to look bad. They don't want to look guilty. They don't want to look how it is that they actually feel. And that's a fucking mess. Stop fucking and having these kids. It's ridiculous, especially if you know that you can't take care of them. Whatever words y'all want to create, you know, from the English dictionary or from the scholarly or scholastic space or the college space or the collegiate space, come up with the words. I don't give a fuck what you want to call it, girl. Eugenics, epigenetics, bitch, a eulogy. I don't care. At the end of the motherfucking day, when it all boils down to the boil motherfucking down, y'all are having kids out here knowing goddamn well you cannot provide for them in an emotional, mental, spiritual, and an energetic capacity. And the shit is a mess. Financially and physically is not enough. Just because you're able to get them a nanny and somebody to be there to watch them ain't enough. Just because you can make sure that they don't die, that's not enough. Just because you could pay for them and make sure that they got food every once in a while, or they could buy a toy or be an iPad entertained baby or whatever the fuck, it's not enough. There's a lot that goes into caring for a person so that the person can grow up actually being able to have an enjoyable, pleasant experience in the body. Just because some bodies are out here going through fucking suffering at the beginning stages of their development as a human being don't mean that we all are required to go through that in order to have some life as a strong and powerful person. And I know who I am today as well because of what I went through, so I don't regret anything that I've gone through, and I don't think anybody did anything wrong. However, I do realize that I would not make those same decisions today. I won't call them mistakes. I won't make those same decisions today because I understand the implications of that shit. I understand the consequences of that. I understand the outcomes of that. When you choose to be a certain type of person and choose to partake in these actions and then choose to follow through with these particular results. Hell nah, that's crazy. So anyway, I said what I needed to say. I'm going to tag the video up in like the description box so that way you know which videos I did post. There's 3 of them. But I really just wanted to come on here and share with you guys a little bit today about what I went through with this purging. And, ooh, bitch, I'm done.